Hello, friends. Just imagine you get out of your car, close it, and go about your business. But when you come back and open the door, you see an uninvited guest in the front seat. Feels more like a movie plot than a real-life situation. But that's what our episode today is about, and it's very real. So who was this mysterious passenger, and why was he in this car? The story we'll tell you about today took place in the American city of Houston, Texas. Taxi driver William Brusso's morning began as usual, with him getting ready for work. But after hearing a storm warning about the possible hurricane on the news, his plans for the day changed. The man decided to stock up on food and wait out the bad weather in the basement of his house. So he drove to the store in his car. Having bought everything he needed to ride out the disaster, William returned to his car. Imagine his surprise when he saw a wild bird sitting in the front seat of his car. It was a hawk. At first, William wanted to chase away the intruder, but the bird refused to leave its shelter. Brusso guessed that the bird was hiding from the oncoming hurricane. Although the weather wasn't all that bad yet, the hawk was already very frightened. The thing is that birds have a presentiment of the elements. According to Dr. Chris Hewson, chief ecologist of the British Foundation of Ornithology, it's easy to observe, since there are clearly less birds around on the eve of a hurricane, which indicates their ability to hear natural disasters in advance. It's most likely the low hum that warns the birds. This sound is significantly lower than that which the human ear can hear. Noise in this infrasonic range travels thousands of kilometers and can serve as an early warning system for animals that can pick up on it. Brusso decided to take the hawk home. There he gave it water and fed it with raw chicken hearts. William was about to go through one of the most terrible nights of his life with his new friend. Hurricane Harvey hit Texas on the night of August 26th. Hurricanes Harvey and Katrina in 2005 are the two most destructive tropical cyclones ever recorded in the Atlantic Basin. The hurricane raged for several days, and it killed at least 83 people. And because of the flooding, looting became frequent in Houston, so a curfew was imposed from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. When the elements weakened, Brusso decided to release the hawk, which he named Harvey. But it was in no hurry to leave the man. Brusso wrote on his page that he didn't understand why the bird just didn't want to leave him. I chase him off, but it doesn't fly anywhere, and I just don't know what to do about it. It's not injured, it just seems to me that it enjoys my company. In the end, Brusso took the bird to the Wildlife Rescue Center. They examined Harvey. He was completely healthy. And our next story is about another hawk who was also saved by a man. He found the bird in a workshop in one of the factories in the city of Uzhgorod, Ukraine. The exhausted predator didn't show any aggression towards humans. It only drank water greedily. The bird was the size of a pigeon and sat next to its rescuer until the end of his workday, and it didn't seem to mind when he took it home. On the contrary, the bird clung tightly to the shoulder of his new friend and didn't even attempt to fly away. Maybe it simply didn't know how to fly yet. Overall, the hawk was calm and even allowed the man to pet it. It only drank tap water, and it also liked fresh milk, said the bird's rescuer. It didn't really eat anything, only tried a little bit of boiled and minced meat. I guess it was used to its mother's delicacies. We hoped that soon he would start eating, learning to fly, and fly away to the nearest forest. But the hawk left us sooner than we expected. The hawk spent the night in the house, and during the day we put it in the yard in an open cage, the man continued. On the second day, it flew up onto a tall cherry tree and reached the top, jumping from branch to branch. There it hid from the sun in the shade of the crown. Suddenly, a large hawk appeared over the cherry tree. It picked up the little hawk with its talons and carried it into the forest over the river. I hope this is the happy ending that we all dreamed about. Hawks are birds of prey, and this is how all birds of the hawk family are called today. They are slender birds with short, wide bent wings and a long straight tail. They have sharp talons and curved beaks. Their distinctive feature is the white eyebrows above the eyes, which connect to the back of the head. Female hawks are usually larger than males. Their weight can reach up to 2 kilograms with a body length of 60 to 65 centimeters and a wingspan of more than 1 meter. By the way, they're not always multicolored, but are almost black in some regions and countries. Hawks inhabit mainly old relic forests, since they are forced out of open areas by hunters who will shoot them. They feed on small birds and mammals, which they ambush hunt from hills or open air. Hawks are known for their excellent eyesight. They search for prey, hovering in the sky at distances of up to several kilometers. Having found the prey, the bird rushes down with lightning speed and grabs it with its powerful claws. The hawk is so concentrated on the prey during the chase that it might not even notice obstacles in its path, for example, a tree, a house, or even a train. At the same time, these birds only hunt once every 2 or even 4 days, because part of their prey gets stored in a special bag in their stomach. It's worth noting that hawks were worshipped in ancient Egypt. Their eyes were believed to symbolize the moon and the sun, and their wings, the heavenly surface. Meanwhile, the elite units of the Slavic squads put this image of the bird on their banners to symbolize courage, power, and absolute ruthlessness to the enemies. Hawks are predominantly diurnal. Their cry resembles a scream, which sometimes turns into rather low vibrations. Male and female hawks mate for life. Each family has its own territory, up to 3,000 hectares. They build nests on the tallest trees, 10 to 20 meters above the ground. Both parents take part in hatching the offspring. The female usually lays from 2 to 8 eggs no more than once a year. Chicks hatch in a month and become independent in 2 months. Hawks reach sexual maturity at the age of 1 year. The average life expectancy in the wild is 15 to 20 years. And that's all for today, friends. Share your thoughts about today's episode in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.